6:15 in the morning. Slept like a rock last night. I fell asleep at 7. Woke up at 10:30. Fell asleep again. Woke up at 1 in the morning. Fell asleep again. Woke up at 4. And then just snuggled in the sleeping bag because it was cold. It was in the 30s last night outside. It got down to 41 inside the tent. So I decided to make sure I had my hot breakfast essentials with coffee before I folded up the sleeping bag. Make sure I had some internal heat going. And I think I slept so hard because yesterday was such a rough one. And as you can see behind me, it looks a little cloudy and rainy, so maybe we can move past the mountain and miss some of that. It's beautiful out here. So now the plan is to make on a little less challenging terrain, something over 20 today to set me up for under 20, hopefully significantly under 20, into Summer Haven on top of Mount Lemmon. Goodbye to the Rincon Mountain Wilderness. Quite an adventure. Thanks very much. And onward. Okay, I just stopped back there and there's a couple of guys who have setups for four-wheel camping, a Land Rover and a custom van. And we had a nice chat and they gave me a liter of water. Very nice. I'll probably be in touch with them in the future. And their names were Beck, Ern, and Jonathan. Very, very nice people. I had a lot of questions about hiking and I had a lot of questions about how they do their thing. It's always nice to meet people on trail. So yesterday as I was coming up Mount Micah, got to the Grass Shack campground and saw a guy there, didn't get introduced yet. And then saw him further up the mountain. Trail named Whiskers. We ended up camping in the same place last night. And through complete coincidence, he knows hide and seek who I hiked through the Sierras with after meeting her on the first day. We started the same day on the PCT last year. So what a world, huh? So what a coincidence. So there's Mount Micah that we came down from. It's got its clouds on top already. And we just did a big climb to get up to this little plateau and get a view of where we're going. Up there. So, Whiskers and I seem to be keeping about the same pace, and we stopped for a little break back there at a creek, had a nice chat, and checked the map. We're going to try to make a 24-mile day today. We got a little over 15 miles left to the destination, and it's about 10:30, so we're hoping we'll be able to make that before it gets dark, and that'll set us up for a shorter climb up Mount Lemon to Summer Haven for resupply and give us more time in the town. Took a nice lunch break here by the Agua Caliente drainage. Wonderful water. Had a sandwich and some trail mix, and I can tell yesterday's wearing on me, so I needed a little rest. This is a steep and rocky one, and eventually it'll get up over there. I was up on top of that yesterday afternoon, and then dropped all the way down and back over this next set of hills in front of it, and then back down, and now we've climbed out of this, and we are headed up again. reached the top. Wow, what a climb. Met a total of 5 mountain bikers, stopped and talked to 3 of them there. Wow. Okay, now downhill for a little bit, and then up and down a little bit, and then tomorrow, Mount Lemon. So I think we've got about 8 miles to go, and we'll see if we can get to camp before it gets dark. So I just stopped for a break at Molino Basin Trailhead and Campground. Really nice place. They had garbage cans and pit toilets and a little shelter to have a snack under, which is very helpful right now. So the ultimate goal is to do another 8 miles. And that would take 4 hours. I mean, it's going to be about 7 o'clock. After dark when I get there, so we'll see if I go that far. Summer Haven is 22 miles away right now, so if I get to feeling too bad or it starts getting too dark, I just pull off anywhere. There's a reservoir up ahead and about 4 miles to get water at, so if I decide to dry camp, I can do that. Well, it's been extremely scenic, but man, that last little peak and drop here was no joke. There's some daredevil mountain bikers up there. There's no way I would do that. I think I'd end up on my head halfway down and just tumble. So more power to them. Okay, better go on the road if I'm gonna make it. It's 4:30 now, and got about 4.5 miles to go to Sabino Canyon. We'll make our 24 for the day. So we're doing pretty well. So I just happened by a splendidly chosen camp, and there was a couple there who had gotten trail magic from Groovy at Saguaro and remembered her and was wondering if they're ever going to run into me. Well, they did. They said, "Hi, Groovy." This has been an amazing cliffside walk here at the last 2 miles. Oh, I am ready to be there, as beautiful as it is. The shuttle has landed. Trail mile 172.7. We had a 24-mile day today, and that ought to give us just 14 miles into Summer Haven tomorrow to resupply. Quite a day, lots of amazing scenery, and lots of miles covered. Some pretty incredibly tough climbs, surprisingly tough. But the legs feel better when I got into camp than they did last night. And although it's late, got in just as it was getting dark. Gonna crawl in, get comfy, and make some dinner. Thanks for sauntering with me today, and remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.